I own a £1 million accountancy practice. We have scaled very rapidly over the last 3.5 years, up to £1 million from our dining room table. Her fee more than doubled and she emailed us to say thank you. You are not growing your practice at the rate that you want to. What is our challenge here? You might have clients that are taking up all of your time and all of your energy who fundamentally aren't paying you enough and they are getting frustrated with you. We're going to be talking about how you can increase the value of your portfolio without taking on any extra work. Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, then welcome. I am so excited to have you here with me today. If we have not met before, my name is Rachel and I am a disruptor in the accounting industry. And so I am disrupting what it means to be an accountant, what it feels like to have an accountant, and disrupting the concept that you can't scale a business to 7 figures without losing yourself along the way. This video is a video that I've been so excited to make, not only because it's something that I'm really passionate about, but also because I knew when I was able to pick the camera up and sit down and talk about this, it would be because I have tried and tested this within the business. Today, we're going to be talking about how you can increase the value of your portfolio without taking on any extra work. So you guessed it, we are talking about fee reviews. Now, in a previous video, I'll link it up here, I mapped out the process that I've implemented into my business services team. So within our practice, that is the department which does all of our bookkeeping, CIS, management accounts, VAT returns, and payroll. I've implemented a process which means that at every single touch point, fees are being reviewed. But in this video, I'm going to talk about compliance services and just having actual wider client conversations about fee increases. So that video is much more about the process that I've implemented to make sure that fee reviews are taking place. And this video is going to be all about that process, what that process looks like of actually having client conversations with clients around fees, and how we can increase the value of our portfolio without taking on any extra work. So if we think about ourselves as a practice owner, and for context, I own a £1 million accountancy practice. We have scaled very rapidly over the last 3.5 years, up to £1 million from our dining room table. So when we're thinking about fees, fee increases, and how we can have that conversation, it's important that we just have a little think about what is our challenge? What is our challenge here? And the challenge for us as practice owners is that you might have clients that are taking up all of your time and all of your energy who fundamentally aren't paying you enough and they are getting frustrated with you. That then means that you are not actually able to spend time with the clients who you really want to impact at a high level whilst being paid for your time. Then you might lose clients, you'll get a professional clearance request, and you'll realize that they're going to a firm who they're paying more for the same services. And so for you as a practice owner, you are just not making as much money for the hard work that you and your team put in that you should be, which fundamentally means that you are not growing your practice at the rate that you want to. And just a bit of deep dive there on the growth. I think so many people misunderstand the word growth or scaling and think that in order to be growing your practice, you need to be taking on more clients. But really that growth can come from the existing client base that you already have. And so let's take a deep dive into how we can have these client conversations in the most effective way. So before we get stuck into talking about how we're having those conversations and what that conversation is that we're having with clients to increase their fee, increase the value, I actually thought we could just do a little bit of a James Ashford style exercise and talk about why the conversations that we're having with clients are not fee review meetings, and fundamentally why fee review meetings are dead. If you invite a client to a fee review meeting, the client fundamentally is going to feel a sense of dread. They're going to feel like you are ripping them off and that you are just increasing the fee for the same level of service that you had before. It is 2024. Clients are knowledgeable. They can go and get a quote with another practice before they even come to that call with you. They have so much data, insight, and analytics in their hands because we've got better technology now than ever before. And so actually sitting down with a client and having a fee review conversation is not what I'm going to teach you how to do today. I'm going to teach you how to have an impactful client conversation, which results in a fee increase. So let's get stuck into that. Okay, so you've picked up a client to work on, and every single client that you have within your practice, you should be able to pick up that job, go on your CRM software, and within 2 clicks, you should be able to tell me what that client's life goals are. We actually created a custom field in our CRM software so that literally under the client name, we have their long-term goals and what we need to do to deliver a 10 out of 10 service. The reason we are talking to clients about their life goals is because that is the reason they are here. That is the reason they are self-employed, and fundamentally it is that life goal that is going to get them to the point of growing their business, to spend more time in their personal life, which also involves passing over more work to you as their accountant. So the first thing that we need to establish is what are their long-term life goals. We're then going to talk about their business goals, and I'm talking short-term and long-term. So once you've spoken to the client about their goals, it's now time to establish where they are now in relation to their goals. So asking them, where are you right now? What is your current circumstances with the business and your personal life? And what do you actually have in place to get you from here to here? So now you've established your client's long-term goals and you've established exactly where they're at now, it's time to move on to the obstacles. So what is holding you up? What is holding your company up? For a lot of our clients, it's going to be the admin side of their business, whether that's like bookkeeping and the day-to-day running of their finance function, all of the way up to they're actually missing out on a very key advisory piece that we could be supporting that client with. Now we've established the client's goals, the location, the obstacles that are in the way. Now we get to talk to them about the speed. So how fast do you want to go from here to here? And this is the piece that we can then talk to them about upselling and establishing a higher level of service for them as our clients. So how fast do they want to go? How soon do they want to get to that goal? And what level of investment are they willing to make in order to get there? So we've established the goal, the location, the obstacles, and the speed. Now it's time to get onto the final part of the gloss method, and that is services. So what are the services that the client needs from us in order to achieve their goals, overcome those obstacles at the speed that they want to go? And this is where we actually conduct a fee review. We've tied it to their North Star, their life goals outside of the business. We've established where they currently are and how far away they are from that. We've looked at how fast it is that they want to get there, and now we get to look at overcoming that together by enhancing the services that we're providing, as well as conducting a review of where the business is at the moment in comparison to where it was when we first quoted. So we've actually got the client to identify themselves. The location that they're at right now is actually different to where they were when we initially quoted. Now, this element is one of the most impactful bits for me of working with the GoProposal software, is because we're like sharing our screen and we're showing clients the quote and the proposal live in real time at the point where we're quoting. The client knows on which basis and on which metrics that quote is prepared, and so they know that if something changes, that is going to result in a change in their fee. So as I've been walking and talking you through that process, you will have seen on the left hand side that this actually spells the word gloss. And so GoProposal, James Ashford, we call this the gloss approach. And as you can tell, I was talking at the beginning about why this is not a fee review conversation. A fee review conversation is about us. It's about the accountants, it's about us increasing our fees, the work that we're doing, and the work that we're doing on that client. This is not a fee review. This is a conversation with the client, about their long-term goals, their strategy, their business, where they're at now, and their services. This is a really impactful, value-added conversation that we're having with the client, in which one part of it is reviewing the services that we're currently able to offer them and tying that back to the bigger purpose, which is them and their business. I'd also say one of the really big things that sets this apart from a fee review is that because of the nature of this conversation that we're having with clients, we're actually getting the client to agree to the fees. We're agreeing those fees with the client, because if fundamentally we prepare a new proposal and they can't afford those services, that's fine. We just say to them, let's go back to the services menu. And it could be that we just need to tweak the speed at which you're getting towards those goals. So if you can't afford a fully outsourced finance function, that's fine. We just need to lower the speed, lengthen that roadmap, and for right now it could be that your service offering is slightly different. And so this gloss method approach actually agrees the fees with the client in hand. So that's the gloss approach. That is the approach that we have taken to having conversations with clients. And before I close off this video, I actually thought the best thing that I could do would be to show you some feedback that we just had from a client that we did a fee review with. I'm going to put it on the screen. We just had this feedback from a client when we did a fee review. She popped us an email to say thank you. And for context, her fee more than doubled. Her fee more than doubled, and she emailed us to say thank you. And I wanted to include this not to like set unrealistic expectations, but actually the opposite. I wanted to set the tone that these clients are out there. There are clients that exist that will say thank you when they increase your fees because they understand why you're doing it, how you're helping them, and how you are getting them there. And so I hope this is helpful. This is how we are conducting fee reviews within our practice, and the results we are seeing are literally insane, not only by increasing the untapped value in our practice that already exists with the clients that we're getting 100% profit margin on because we're not having to onboard them, but also how impactful those conversations are for clients to the point where we are doubling people's fees and they are emailing us afterwards to say thank you. As always, thank you so much to GoProposal for sponsoring today's video. GoProposal is the pricing tool of choice for me and my practice. It has changed so much within the way that we are holding client conversations, transparently pricing, and fundamentally increasing our client's journey. If you've watched this video and you think that GoProposal might be the solution or the pricing tool for your practice, then you can check them out using the link in the description to this video. So thanks again to GoProposal for sponsoring today's video. Thank you for spending some time with me today. Don't forget to hit the like button, hit subscribe so you can get notified every single time I release another juicy video like this one, and I hope to see you again very soon.